Hey, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's time for me, Dukect, to review the latest AEW Dynamite. And boy, this was a huge one, a banger. So let's get this started. First up, we have the TNT Championship on the line as Darby Allin takes on Joey Janela. And Darby Allin, wow, this was a real interesting match because you thought it was going to be this wild, crazy thing, but no, this was more of a grounded wrestling match. It was really odd. I didn't expect this, but there was some crazy stuff. You had Janela picked up and hit a huge, pretty much a big power move. I think he a suplex on the, dropped Allen on his head on the hardest part of the ring. Just really, looked like Janela had some really good hold spots. I thought Janela could have actually picked up the victory, but no. Allen kept coming back, but at the end of the day, Darby Allin hits the coffin drop for the 1-2-3 and retains his TNT Championship match. I'm really surprised how well this match went. These, again, they have really good chemistry, and hopefully Janela can really, do more of this style of wrestling instead of that whole exposed. You need to do all that hardcore stuff. I think if he does this, I think people will start welcoming him back, and this is a great way to maybe reintroduce the Bad Boy to people because he's been off on Dynamite for a while. He's been on Dark, but if they start showing him he can be winning more and doing something, maybe there will be a chance of him winning the TNT Championship in the future. But hey, Allen picks up the big victory, but he's not going to be. This is not going to be the last time you see him tonight. Next up, you had. I think there was. I believe there was a nice little video of MJF and I think MJF and the inner circle, MJF and Sammy Guevara, both, they had the issues in the circle. He's like, you know what? Sammy's like, we can talk by ourselves. Got everybody out, including Wardlow. And they talked and they said, you know what? It's just like, you want me to say I hate the inner circle, I hate Chris Jericho and all this. I said, yeah. MJF, like, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I said, oh, wait, you recording me? Took his phone off, smashed it, and punched him real hard in the ribs. And that's like, that goes into the next match. And so Sammy leaves. And then next up, you had Cody and Lee Johnson takes on Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi. This was actually a decent match. I think this shows Lee Johnson as a very... this shows him doing really good stuff. I liked, his moveset. I think this was a good showcase for him. Also, Cesar Bonomi got some really good power stuff. I liked him. Peter Avalon, he is what he is. He's decent. I think he's more of a guy on Dark. And Cody's Cody. But overall, though, you see Lee Johnson rolls up, picks up for the victory in his first win. And it was his first one on Dynamite. And I think that if he continue to grows, I think he could have a really big star here. So, yeah. And then you have backstage Hangman Page, Hardy, and the Dark Order, was, saying, oh, we're going to go to drinks. And the Dark Order Hangman Page just slides away saying, yeah, I don't think they're done with him. But there's something very interesting there, and something like that. But next up, we have Pac and Ryan Nemeth for this is a good match, and just shows how really good Pac the bastard is, and you know what? And Ryan Nemeth shows that he's really good as well. And this is for his second time being on Dynamite. I think there's some really good stuff here with him, but. At the end of the day, Pac picked him with the victory. And then not only hit him with the Black Arrow, hits, destroys him with the brutalizer for the win. He looks continued strong. It looks like he's going to be the next contender for Kenny Omega's championship if he keeps winning like that. Next up, we have Sammy Guevara. After Sammy Guevara takes him out, we have MJF saying, Sammy did this to me. He taped his ribs up, and then it looked like he might really broke his ribs, but it's like, no, he's not. Yeah, he's like, nah, he's just playing all this up. But yeah, it's MJF and Chris Jericho taking on The Acclaimed. Really good stuff from Max Caster. I think he's getting better and better with his rhymes. Really good stuff. But yeah, this was actually a pretty decent match. Another really good match. I probably wishes that Anthony and Bones and Max Caster, they claim, should have got the victory here. Would have been actually really nice, and probably would have really showing The Acclaimed into something maybe leapfrogging a bit from, for example, make them, more of a contender for, say, the AEW tag belts. Make it more competitive. And then, best I personally think it would be really good. Also, before this match, the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers have a little conversation saying, you know what, we're going to do something crazy. In fact, next week we're going to have Santana and Ortiz fighting for their tag belts. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought MJF and Chris Jericho are the Inner Circle main tag team, but I guess they're still Pride and Powerful are still ranked. So, okay. So, yeah, they're going to face them. And the last time they had a match, it was actually really good. So, I'm hoping some really good stuff here. And, yeah, same. And MJF and Jericho win. And then, I'm just, I feel like, man, The Acclaim should have won this match. But then Sammy Guevara comes out, walks out the heel tunnel, and he says, I'm done. He says, screw this. I'm done being in the circle. He quits, leaves out the babyface tunnel, and then when the interview says, I'm at the, talk to AEW interviewer, and he says, you know what, I'm done too. And he says, walks out of the arena, says he walks out Daly's place, and he says, no re-entry. So, interesting. Then we get to our first match in the Women's Elimination Tournament. Took place this week. It's going to be Linda Hirsch taking on Thunder Rosa. And let me tell you, this was really good stuff. Hirsch just really showed some good chemistry with Rosa. Just really good. The women's division really is in AEW. Wasn't a weakness, but I'm liking this tournament and showing the strengths of it and making every match here seem to be important. So I think this could be really good for AEW going on. I can't wait to see what's going to happen the next week, because they're already doing Japan matches over Monday on their YouTube channel. So I'm going to be watching that, seeing how good that is, because, I like some good women's wrestling. And if it's on YouTube, well, hey, I can actually schedule itself instead of just watching it. Like, I'm going to watch it live, but I honestly think we'll probably get some more views and more people start watching, because I think, some of the stuff, I think the American stuff and, will be featured there as well. So I think the Japan matches being on YouTube and the American stuff on AEW, and I can't wait to see the Japan final. I think maybe Aja Kong. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know the whole thing, the Japan bracket, but it looks like it's going to be a very interesting bracket. So is the American one. I don't know who's going to win. I think maybe Britt Baker is going to win, and I think Britt Baker might be the one to take out Hikaru Shida and actually have her championship run. I think that would probably be for the best. Overall, though, I think the match was really good, and this was really good stuff. So yeah, this is a really good, match, and Hirsch, even though she keeps losing, she keeps looking impressive. So I think she can bump up some wins at AEW Dark to really recover, and then maybe get some wins later on in AEW Dynamite to really bring her, her type of style a lot better. So that would be really good. Hopefully, I think by summertime, I think she's gonna get a huge push for someone like Dr. Britt Baker and such. I think that could be a really good match. Maybe for All Out if they really want to start pushing that. Next up, our main event, Kenta and Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley and Lance Archer, Falls Count Anywhere. That was a match, ladies and gentlemen. We had briefcases, we got ladders, we got people getting crushed through beds, potatoes, and such. Everything just went off crazy. All four men just legitimately wanted to kill each other, and I loved every second of it. This was really fun. Even it liked the fact that Kenta and Kenny Omega was not always on the same page. Kenta wants Jon Moxley and the IWGP Championship. By the way, that championship belt looks great. I love that belt. That looks very, that kicks the ass of the WWE's U.S. Championship belt. That and its previous version. Go back to the WCW one. The WCW U.S. Championship was great. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, this was a great match. But at the end of the day, the Bullet Club, the Good Brothers came in and they laid out everybody. And it may be Archer could have fought off, but no, the Good Brothers came in, took down Archer, took him down, and then nope, that was it. As Omega, with the help of his Good Brothers, hits the one-winged angel to pick up the victory, and I think it was really good. I think this was great. It was just a really fun match, and I'm hoping that, by the way, Kenta looked more confident here than his entire run in WWE. And I know, you just hate that. No. I'm just saying, he has this different energy, different type of, he has this more of this, like, fire to him. Kenta has this fire to him than he was in Hideo Itami. I mean, he had that one great tag match with him and Finn Balor taking on, I believe it was the Ascension. That was a fun tag match, and they just really never, I don't know, it was injuries and never really getting the people to care for him. But here, he just like, wow. And just looks just more, he feels more alert. It feels like he's a lot more alive, and he feels a lot more dangerous here than his WWE self. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, I really did enjoy this AEW Dynamite, and I will, I highly recommend it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for keeping this little YouTube stuff, keep it going. Thanks so much for watching. It's Dukect here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Later.